Greetings, Tetris citizens. It's your old pal, Van Dweller, back with more classic Tetris Monthly Das Masters. I gotta keep it down, you know? It's 4 a.m. People are sleeping. So it's gonna be sleepy Das Masters. Today? Anyway, alright. This is what we're gonna do. We just got one match, 4 a.m. here in Texas. It's gonna be Tugi versus Poopy Old Hag. The winner will move on to the top 16 to face Giovanni. Just the one match, and then I'm going back to sleep. Okay. Let's take a look at our top 16 situation, just so you can see where we're at. So yeah, this is every bracket is a banger. Andy versus Leo, Scotty versus Dog, Matt Martin, Fractal, Geo, whoever wins this, Eliash, AV Geek, Scamper, Bendy, Merker, Tommy, Chroma, JDH. It's a very good top 16. So that is what we're going to determine. We've already got one player in the semifinals, AV Geek, out of the green bracket. So we're making progress, folks. We are making progress. All right, let's take a look at our rules. I'm not going to go through the whole rigmarole, but I do want people to know that, yeah, make sure to turn off all appearance statistics and whatever other appearance mods, statistics mods. Turn all that off. Regular vanilla Tetris game. Don't receive any real-time advice. Do not pause. Level 18 starts all the way through. Same piece sets. And players, make sure your Hertz and input display are turned on. Remember, we are playing a DAS tournament, so play DAS. It's going to be best of 5 throughout this match, and the winner gets a share in a prize pool, which currently stands at, of course, $669.69. Good morning, Zelazawi and Pseudo Canard. Anyway, if you want to contribute to that prize pool, use the Matcherino command while you're watching live. That'll bring up 2 links. The second one is the one for Das Masters. Click on that. That'll take you to the tournament page with our partner Matcherino. Top right hand corner is where you log in. And it's really easy. Let's get to $1,200. Then we can pay the top 8. Let's not miss our goal. Excuse me. Sleepy. All right, that is the prizes. If you want to support the channel, head on over to Patreon. Patreon.com/monthly Tetris allows you the opportunity, what an opportunity it is, to pledge a monthly amount to support the channel. Thanks to our sticker and double sticker club level members, our community level members, Mega Masters, Scott Gray, J in the window, K9, Tacnerus, Masters level, Corporal 381, shall be satisfied, bracket sponsor level, Troy Dan, KM, J, not J in the window, you're up there, J in the window. See, muscle memory. Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, CatKit91, and McMonkey. You can also use super chats and stickers. Oh my god, on YouTube. You can also use bits and subs on Twitch. You can gift memberships and subscriptions on YouTube and Twitch. We also have the merch store, which you can go to, and you can get merch, support the channel. Pretty good. You can also gift merch to the Twitch chat. Okay. Morning MM on YouTube. All right, I'm just gonna pop open that bracket scene, see what we got to work with. All right, we got something. There's something on the screen. That is a good start. Refresh the Tugster. There we go. Pseudo Canard, thanks for the tier 1 subscription. 6 months. And thanks, Ivan, for 18 months. Amazing. "4 a.m. in Austin is prime time in Melbourne, 8 p.m. Ay, ay, ay. All right, we are watching Tugi warm up. He looks warm. Poopy warming up on 18. Oh my gosh. I'm dying. 18 months, that's almost a year. I know. It is amazing. That's almost a year. All right, players, I'm going to go ahead and put some pieces in the chat. It's going to be 790DD3. 790DD3. Poopy, don't forget. Do we have Poopy's cam? We have Poopy cam? Oh, it's my fault. There, we got Poopy cam. We do. That was my fault. Here, we'll go ahead and fix that up. All right. I'm just glad this match is happening. I don't care when it happens. I'm just glad we're playing Tetris. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the seeds. The seed 790DD3 looks good to me. Classic Tetris monthly. Tugi versus Poopy. Let's get them started. The winner goes to the top 16 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right, LOOZ. Starting off with the lose. Hopefully that's not an omen. Anyway, on the left side, it is, who is it? It's Tugi. There's Tugi. Back where he belongs, playing DAS. Qualifying into seed number 12 with a 1.04 average of top 2 scores played in 1 hour of qualifying. Has a DAS PB of 1.34 million right now. That is second on the overall leaderboard. But at one time, it was the world record. Wowies, a world record. Oh, wait, what happened to my... All right, apparently Google Sheets doesn't want to wake up either. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's happening to my computer here. All right, 119 here for Tugi. Sorry, I gotta get my data sheet back up. There we go. Tugi is the winner of the CT DAS test tournament back in 2022. That was a series, there was a series of tournaments sort of testing the viability of DAS tournaments that Scamper was running way back in the day in 2022. Tugi also was in top 4 of CTWC DAS in 2022. The top 6 of CTEC back in 2021, one of the online years. Also played in the Austria regional last year. Was also, also was top 8 in CTWC DAS in 2023. That is your friend Tugi. 205 right now. 208 for Poopy. Poopy. Oh, I love it. Qualifying into seed number 28 with a 977 average of 2. From New Zealand with a PB 1.22. January was their first DAS Masters appearance. Former CT, community tournament winner. Played in Mega Masters 2023 and beat Cole. Of course, went out versus Dog like pretty much everybody else does. Poopy 278, 239 for Tugi. $302 here for Poopy, $265 for Tugi. There's a Tetris Tugi, $288. Tugi ahead by about 6 lines. And back by about 2/3 of a Tetris. So it's still close, still early. Remember, we do start on level 18 here in DAS Masters. 130 lines of that. I want to thank MM333 for the super chat. 10 Australian dollars. Says, oh, I guess it was a sticker. And what was the sticker? The sticker was of a pear character flying in the air with a red cape and a smile on his face. So thank you, MM333. If I miss any contributions, I apologize. But thank you for that. Tetris Tugi 403, 419 for Poopy. Hana with the tier 1 sub on Twitch, really appreciate that. 46 months. Hana, what are you doing awake? All right, there's a tuck and a Tetris for Poopy. So anyway, 130 lines here of level 18. At line number 130, the speed will increase on level 19 speed. That is 50% faster than this. It'll be 100 lines of that, culminating in level 29. The DAS kill screen. 534 for Poopy, 457 for Tugi as we approach level 19. Poopy gets a Tetris, 557. Pretty good pace for Poopy. All right, Tugi's into 19. He's at 485. There's a Tetris for him, 511. Poopy is in at 584. All right, AV Geek. Watching from the airport. You know, where else would they be watching from, right? 616 from Poopy, 564 from Tugi. The winner of this match moves on to the top 16 to face Geo. Oh, there's a nice little Z-spin there for Poopy, 622. Hanging on, long bar gets over Tetris for Poopy, 649. 593 for Tugi. That's right. That's your natural location, AV Geek. All right, we're getting a little droughted here, so Tugi managing well and surviving till the long bar and gets a Tetris 635. A little bit of a misshift there for, I think, that Z. So now Tugi, oh no, and Poopy's gonna top out at 656 and Tugi tops out at 637. Oh no, both players topping out at the same time, but Poopy had just enough of a lead to take this one in game number 1. Ay, 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 ay. All right. Oh my goodness. Whoops. So yeah, that fatal misdrop of the, ultimately fatal misdrop of the Z, or early shift or whatever, for Tugi. All right, new pieces, players, when you're ready. B3, A2, 7, 2. All right, pardon my water there. All right, B3, A2, 7. Nope, one player's wrong. Poopy, you got it wrong. You got the seed wrong, buddy. Score 1 for the seed checker. It is. All right, B3, A2, 7, 2. Looks good. All right, both players are on seed. Both players are ready. Let us get them started. Game number 2. Poopy up 1 game to none over Tugi in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, Poopy trying to pull the wool over Vandy's eyes here, but even at 4 a.m., I see what's happening. I see everything. All right, there is the first Tetris for Tugi and the first one for Poopy. Poopy already with a T-spin setup there. Gonna nail that T-spin, of course. All right, Tugi trying to keep this low here. Ends up setting a 1x3 there. Gets a nice bar to fill that in. Opens up the right side. Long break gets in for a Tetris for Tugi. He's got a little hole there in column 8, but took care of it. Now Tetris ready again. Gets another Tetris, 79,000 for Tugi. Oh, Poopy sort of extra tapping that piece over on the left to stay alive. The long bar gets over for Poopy, 96,000 and another one, 119. All right, so Poopy in good shape. Tugi, see if he's going to work on that. Yeah, he's just going to burn all this down. Not going to mess around. He's going to move that well back over where it belongs, column 10. $88,000 for him, 165 for Poopy. All right, lots of squares over on the left side for both of our players trying to work all this out. Tugi uncovers, gets Tetris, 115. Poopy gets one to 191. So about a 76,000 point lead for Poopy. 2 lines apart early in game 2. All right, Tugi gonna uncover, trying to keep it low. That left side was not accessible until he brought it down a couple of rows, and now it is. So he can fill out that left side, keeps that well open, gets a Tetris 193, and another one 215. 289 for Poopy. Still about that same score difference. I'm not sure that these players have ever faced one another before. Oh, is this a new Machigami? Tetris Tugi 248. Match database says no. Oh, this Spire for Tugi. All right, some nice pieces to bring this down. Yeah, I see that short sword, which is nice. I do see that the head-to-head function in Liquipedia was fixed. See that didn't show me any matches, but I had to check the real the match database spreadsheet because, some players don't have like anchors, so it's hard to know. You can still use the match function even if the player doesn't have an anchor page or whatever it's called, but it's harder to trust it. Nice double tuck there for Tugi, but then gonna miss the single tuck of the J piece. So now Tugi trying to bring this down. They played in a one-off event, Dash Scrimmage League by Leo. It was a very underground event, Hana. A very underground event? Oh, it didn't even make the match database, huh? $337 for Tugi, $527 for Poopy. That's very underground. Was there gambling involved? Why is there so much secrecy surrounding it? Poopy in a little bit of trouble here. I'm not sure they're going to be able to bring this down. We'll see what they can do. 530 here for Poopy. And that's going to be a top out for Poopy at 530. So there is a chase down target for Tugi of 531. So about 160,000 point chase down for Tugi. Should have plenty of time to execute here. A little bit of a shift. We'll see what he can do. All right, he's bringing it down. Chase down still not always the easiest thing to manage, even in 2025. The target is 531. Hana says people voted on it not counting for ELO of any kind, but there are non-ELO matches in the match database. So didn't even make the match database. You might have to go dig that up, Hana. Get it on the record. At least it'll be in there. 401 for Tugi, 530. See, you didn't know you were signing up for work when you chimed in. 406 for Tugi. We're trying to chase down 531. Lots of time to do it. Tetris is here worth about 28. I want to say 28,800. Yeah, that's right. So right now they're worth 28,800. So you can see about 4 Tetrises worth of points away. And Tugi just taking the safe course. Got plenty of time. Well, he's got time. He's kind of singling and doubling it out here. Now he's within 100,000 points. Okay, set up for a Tetris. Overshift of that square gets the Tetris. Trying to hold out maybe for that T-spin. Gets the T-spin. Now within about 55,000 points, so 2 Tetrises away. Don't have to be all Tetris. So you can chip away until you can probably chip almost all of this away with singles and doubles. Well, 16 lines to go. All right, now within 30,000 points. So a Tetris here would do it. Trying to get it set up with a nice and easy one. There's a skim. Long bar would do it. There's the long bar and the Tetris for Tugi for the chase down. So taking the scenic route, Tugi doing it all the way into level 28. So GG's for Tugi. Cthulhu says, hello, I was wondering if this is live or repeat. Yeah, this is pre-recorded. This whole thing, including the matches and the commentary, is pre-recorded. Thank you for asking. Channeling your inner Adam. There you go. All right, Tugi gets the points. Amazing. No, it is not pre-recorded, Cthulhu. This is happening live. We don't really post any pre-recorded events. If there is, we will tell you. Am I live? Well, it remains to be seen. All right, new pieces. 52BBB0. AV Geek says, I could never make myself line out like that. That's right, Ivan. Even Cthulhu is pre-recorded. This is all eternal recurrence. This has already happened already. All right, 52BBB0. Oh, I couldn't never. I missed the. My mind corrected the double negative. All right, both players are ready. What was once a best of 5, now best of 3 between Tugi and Poopy and 3-2-1 Tetris. I know I have to calm down. It's 4:30 a.m. here in Texas. People are sleeping in this apartment. Try not to wake them up. You know, some people work. Some people work, you know. I didn't know that until I was told. All right, players are on the board with 2 Tetrises. So a good chase down for Tugi in game number 2 is gonna tie this up. All right, good placement there for Poopy of that upside down J piece. I never see that. Tetris Tugi 114. You've been awake for 20 hours? Oh my goodness. You can sleep on that plane. Tetris for Tugi 145. Poopy's board is getting a little bit high, but gets a couple Tetrises here, 147. So Tugi ahead now by about 1 Tetris. S flat here for Poopy. Burns it away. Gets the Tetris 170. There's one Tugi. You're going to try to sleep on the last plane. Oh, I missed the line spin. I'm reading chat and there's line spins happening. Oh my god. I missed it. Oh man. I was trying to find all about AV Geek's plane trip. You know, why is she going to sleep? And what's the itinerary? I'm missing line spins, you know? All right, Longbar gets down for a triple for Tugi. Now he's going to skim to get Tetris ready. All right, there's a skimming a Tetris for Tugi 232. Poopy with a covered well. This is going to be tough. All right, making a decision there, bringing it down. Left side should be pretty accessible. All right, Poopy getting this down. 236. Tugi with the Tetris. Now Tugi in the lead. The lines are tied at 76. All right, AV Geek. Jet Setter. Oh, there's the line spin for Tugi. Thank you, Tugi. Appreciate that. Tetris 312, 309 Poopy. So we are neck and neck. Just one line apart, 3,000 points apart. All right, Tetris Tugi 383. Poopy's got to cover that well. It was a little awkward, but still is a Tetris there. All right, Poopy kind of holding out for a bar here. Gonna get the bar to uncover. Uncovers the well again. All right, building out that left, stashing pieces over there. Tetris, Poopy 407, 430 for Tugi. And we're just about 10 lines away from 19. Oh, interesting placement of that bar. I like it. I've learned something. Another S flat on the right side for Poopy. Trying to keep this well open. Has to cover it. We're just a few lines away from 19. Uncovers that well. Looking for a long bar now. Gets it. Tetris's Poopy into 19 at 462. But spiring now in the middle of the board. This is going to be hard to survive. Poopy able to get a Tetris over at 488. But Tugi is already good in game number 2. Game number 3, and goes up 2 games to 1. So Tugi, you are good. You have been declared the winner of game 2. Yes, S-burst at transition indeed. All right, players, you can take a moment if you need it, but I will put the seeds in the chat. On the first day of Tetris, who gave to me? I don't know. An S burst into 19. That's old school. I forget who gave to me, but Tetris gave to me? Is that what it is? I don't remember how the song goes. RNG gave to me? Alright. Alright, looks like both players are ready. Let's check the seeds because one of them is now suspect. Alright, we are good. I'll have to check YouTube later. Alright, looks like both players are ready. Tugi is up 2 games to 1. Let's get him started. Oh. Hello. There we go. Even the bot's a little sleepy. Oh. We got 5 out of 7 opening pieces. We're still looking for that, that 7 out of 7. Yeah, somebody, Robert Davis asks in YouTube, do I know the odds of 7? Somebody worked it out in chat, and I think it was I think it was around 1%, you know, plus or minus a little bit. All right, good cleanup here from Tugi and Poopy to stay alive. 0.6%. Yeah, it's a little bit different because it's not strict probability because the pieces aren't exactly 1 out of 7. It's not, you can't just do strict, you know, numerical probability. I think it's a little off because of the RNG in this game, but it's it's around that. You know, it's within an order of magnitude of what you've said. All right, so Poopy here trying to struggle here to keep this open. $150 for Poopy. Tugi, kind of a mesa in the stack there. Kind of like a wider spire, but bringing it down. And looks like Poopy's going to bring this down too. There's a Tetris. Tugi 180. Poopy set up for a Tetris and gets it 182. Another Tetris. Poopy 205. Tugi Tetris 227. Both players at 59 lines. All right, good placements here for Tugi for the middle of that board. 251, 254, Poopy. PIW Tetris says, this Austrian player seems to be good. They're both good. Morning, Jasmine. Jasmine, I haven't seen any vits yet. I've seen 2 line spins, though. All right, Tetris Poopy 305, 319 for Tugi. You're on your way to class? Well, good luck. Pay attention. Stay in school, Jasmine. All right, 369 for Tugi, 354 for Poopy. All right, Poopy with a triple to bring this stack down. Long bar gets over. All right, Tetris Poopy 429. There's one Tugi 403. Tugi back by 5 lines too, so it's pretty even when you take into account their lines. All right, Poopy with a series of tucks and spins on that right side to get ready. All right, no more burns now, so Poopy's going to have to work on that left side. All right, getting it done. 451, 455 for Tugi. Oh, that hang for Poopy on that left side. This is going to be tricky into 19. Oh, no. And that's going to be a top out for Poopy at 452. And Tugi is going to take game number 4 and take the match 3 games to 1. So Tugi will be moving on to the top 16. GG's. Poopy played great, though. I mean, she did some crazy stuff. I'm like, I am nowhere near that level. Poopy says, I play worse at nighttime for some reason. I play worse during the day or the night or the afternoon. All right, Tugi, congratulations. You are moving. Oh, whoa. Forbidden. Why is this forbidden? I tried to report this match, but I don't know why it's forbidden. So the site is acting weird right now. I am forbidden from reporting. Oh, because it already reported. That's why. Okay. GG's Tugi, you will be moving on to the top 16. You're going to face Geo. Staying up late, Tugi. I already slept like 6-7 hours, so I went to bed early. So I might go back to sleep for an hour or two, or I might stay up. So anyway, GG's, guys. Thanks for your flexibility. Appreciate that. And yes, forbidden match. All right, so we're going to take a look at our little bracket here, see what just happened. Or, I mean, we saw what happened, but we're going to now see it represented in graphical form. There it is. All right, match 20 is set. Geo versus Tugi. Take a look at our top 16 situation. Now it's filled in. So that's quite a blue bracket. Matt Martin, Fractal, Geo, Tugi. We're going to get that scheduled so we can play that ASAP. And we are filled up in top 16. Amazing. So we've got another, let's see, I don't even know what's coming up on this graphic. Is today Wednesday? Yes. Okay. So we've got another stream today. It's going to be 4 p.m. So basically 11 hours from now. We're going to kind of clean up 2 of our, our partial brackets. So out of the blue bracket, it's going to be Sidnev and Meme. This is Masters. Out of the red bracket, it's going to be Fractal and Tugi. So 2 matches more today, 11 hours from now. So yeah, join me for that. That's going to be a good one. Thanks to those of you who contributed to the channel. Where is that? Here it is. During this stream. Wowies. Oh my goodness. No follows. We have a new follower on YouTube, but I'm not going to try to pronounce that. New resubs, Ivan, Pseudo, and Hana. So thanks for supporting us. Also, thanks over on, it's not, for some reason, it's not showing the super chat that's over on YouTube, but thank you so much to MM333 for the Australian $10. Appreciate that. Price pool still sitting at 669.69, so we'll work on that. Anyway, everybody have a good day, and of course, thanks to our supporters. Metabolic Engine coming in hot with the Twitch sub. Thank you so much. Thanks to our patrons. Scott Gray, J in the Window, K9, Tacky, Corporal, Shalby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat Kit, McMonkey, and the rest of y'all. Thank you so much. YouTube, we will see you in 11 hours. Take care. Bye-bye. Twitch, I mean, for goodness sakes, you guys aren't watching Twitch